Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Find out as we peek behind my kimono. Bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, dun 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 dun. Yeah. Hello and welcome to On the Mandelpiece with me, Sasha Mandel. Well, what is on the agenda today? Well, we have a special thanks, we have a couple of Q&A questions, and we have Behind the Kimono. Oh, and we've got one more little secret thing that is on the agenda, but you've got to find out at the end of the live show. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. Adam has joined, and Crooksy fam has joined. So let's talk about this special thanks. So if you've noticed, on my live, I've got a beautiful thumbnail, and that thumbnail has a background of lovely flowers. And that photo was taken by @Amy Elizabeth Frith. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to use it for my thumbnail. So, a little bit about Amy Frith. She is an artist based in America. She is an original. She was one of the first people who found the Master German. She's been around. I've never met her in person, but she is a good soul. She is a talented artist, and I really do recommend you do check her out. She is following me on both On the Mandelpiece. Hello, Sammy boy, Sammy baby. She is on Instagram, and yeah, I really do think that you should go see her. Let's move on to the Q&A. Adam Young. Adam Young has asked me last week, what is my favorite quote? So my favorite quote, well, really is sing as the bird does, not worrying about how it sounds or who is listening. This quote is by a man called Rumi. He's a philosopher. And for me, that the last kind of couple of years, I would say, has been the spine of why I've been creating. In times where most people thought I'd lost my mind, I just kept going back to this quote, singing as a bird, not caring about anything, what people think, how it sounds, and just enjoying it, just enjoying the creative process. So, Adam, I hope that answers your question. I'm going to now move on to the next question, I suppose. Natalia Punton asks, what drives your creative process? What drives my creative process? I would have to say that my creative process is driven by the dream of being able to do this day in and day out, to be able to create, to use my imagination and not need a second job. I work part-time in a call center. It's not the worst place, but it's not what I want to be doing with my life. And so if I can create and make a living from it, well, then I can help other people to do just that. Because our mission here at On the Mandelpiece is to inspire people to keep creating. And look, I'm not going to have any qualms. I'm understanding that in order to create, you do need to have money. You do need to have a financial system in place. And so this is what drives my creative process, is I want to crack that nut that creatives, or most creatives, have problems. Oh, someone's joined us. Johan Josiah joined. Hello, sir. I don't think I've ever met you before, but please welcome to On the Mandelpiece. We were just doing a Q&A and we were discussing what was my creative process. But you've missed that. You might want to catch it on my YouTube channel. So, Behind the Kimono is the next section now. What is this all about? This section is I would say, the behind the scenes of the 10-part series all about Elon Musk that I am creating, I am producing. And so this section will be me explaining to you guys what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, if it's wrong, if the process has been, useful, successful, or if I've had to throw things away. So the biggest epiphany that I've had over the last week is that everything that I produce should be modular. And at the moment, I decided to remove script writing from the session. We've got Thomas79 Paul joined. Thank you so much, my friend. You've been around a lot. I'm talking about behind the kimono, the section where I am talking behind the scenes about the 10-part series on Elon Musk that I am creating. YouTube, I need to give you more attention. I apologize. Anyway, moving back. So in order to remove a process of writing and learning the lines, I'm now ad-libbing. Now, how will I achieve a how will I achieve high quality? I believe that I'm creating bullet points, and then I will riff and I will ad-lib, and I will, well, basically what I've decided to do is maybe record myself once, hear it back, see which bits works, we see which bits don't, and refine it that way. Don't try and learn lines. Don't try and write a script, because these two processes are very, very time consuming. And so I want to remove them from this situation and see how well it turns out. But the most important, I would like to talk through what episodes we are doing, what episodes are in the series. I think that it's time to let you guys know which ones I'll be trying to create. So the first episode is basically an introduction. It will be behind the desk of why Elon Musk, why have I picked him, why is he so inspirational to me. Then you've got the second episode will be origins of his company. He has got an incredible amount of companies. He has Zip2, he has PayPal that he founded. Yeah, PayPal, I bet you didn't know that. You're going to know that one. Flowery, we have Tesla, we have SpaceX, we have Neuralink, we have OpenAI, we have the Boring Company. The list will probably go on and on and on throughout his life. My God, it is hot in here. I think that due to the weather getting a bit cooler, the radiator is on. So I'm just going to take this jacket or cardigan off. Pow! Yeah. Oh, that's better. Oh. Pow! Anyway, back to the list of episodes that I will be producing. So the number 3, the third episode will be entitled something along the lines of #Dear Moon Audition Tape, because our cultural correspondent here on the show, DJ Schlafer, if anyone is familiar with him, he is auditioning for what SpaceX are building. They're going to be building the first commercial flight, and all the tickets have been bought by a Japanese billionaire called Yusaku Maezawa, and he has a project called #Dear Moon, where he will be picking 8 of his favorite artists, creators, whether you be a director, painter, writer, filmmaker, whatever it be. So as DJ Schlafer is a DJ, musician by trade, we think that he's got a really good chance of being one of those 8. So we'll be making an audition tape with him. Number 4 will be Solar City. Does Elon even care? Oh yeah, that was a company that I didn't name. Solar City is also another company that he didn't found, but his cousins run, and they have been the ones created, and he has helped them significantly. But there were times where they funneled all, I think they funneled all money from Solar City to Tesla and SpaceX, when in 2008 there was an incredibly difficult time when both companies looked like they were about to collapse. So moving on to episode 5, we've got 3 hours of sleep a night, 30-day challenge. DJ Schlafer will be doing this challenge. The reason why we decided to put DJ Schlafer to the test was because during this 2008 very difficult time in Elon's life, he was working 100 to 120 hours a week, which kind of correlates to about 19 to 21 hours a day working, which kind of leaves him with about 3 hours of sleep a night. And so we just wanted to, put Schlafer through his paces. And so he will be doing a month-long trial of sleeping only 3 hours, and we'll be seeing how his productivity levels, mood, happiness, etc. will be getting on. You've then got number 6. Episode 6 is SpaceX. SpaceX, before it became commercially viable, it had to prove that it could launch a rocket up. So what they did was they had four launches before that happened. So they had 3 failed launches. And once that third launch happened, they had only just enough money. They scraped by to get a 4th launch up. And so what we did is I want to take you back to some old footage of Schlafer, because then Schlafer was a correspondent, and he was at Cape Canaveral and also the Texas site. And so that is a kind of archive footage of how he reacted to each failed launch, and how you can push through perseverance. Because if someone is putting all of their money and kind of well-being on the line for this cause, then that's, for me, an incredibly inspiring thing. So that's going to be our SpaceX episode. Number 7 is Hyperloop. I haven't got that far with the Hyperloop episode. Hyperloop is the mode of transport which Elon basically wrote a kind of thesis on. It's a mode of transport which uses kind of air pressure to suck vehicles along a pipe at extremely fast speeds. And so, yeah, he created the Boring Company. I think Virgin have also got the Hyperloop. It's looking like India are going to be getting their first Hyperloop, well, the first ever Hyperloop in place between Jodhpur and Mumbai, apologies. That's a really old and colonial word. I apologize. Mumbai. And so, yeah, I want to do an episode about that, but I haven't got that far yet. So what else do we have on the agenda? Number 8, Twitter. We've got Twitter and social media. During 2017, he did lose his mind again a little bit, and he did use social media in kind of questionable ways. And so I want to kind of do something about that. Number 9 is probably going to be my most ambitious, because we want DJ Schlafer to do a test drive of a Tesla. I'm based in London, and so is DJ Schlafer. We want him to go to Brent Cross. There is a Tesla store there, and we're going to try and figure out if we can get DJ Schlafer to have a test drive of a Tesla. That one I'm not sure about, so keep in the loop. I'll let you know how we're getting on with that. And then finally, number 10 is a sermon about the future. Look, all of us, we've got problems. The world has problems. The world is in a place where it could potentially fall apart, or we could get to another level. And I think that an individual like Elon is really trying to make the future exciting. And so I want to help his cause by creating a sermon too. Oh, we've got, Chantel, thank you so much for joining us. We're almost at the end of the episode, but do watch it back at the end. But thank you again for joining us. We're just talking about the 10-part series that I'm currently producing. Number 10 is, again, like as I said, is a sermon about the future. I want to help create excitement about the future and not be so worried about the collapse of politics and the collapse of the world, through climate change, etc. So that's going to be, for me, going to be quite a fun one to write. So next week, that's what we want to say. Next week, we have an incredible folk musician, Sam Crooks, on the show. So he will be joining us and he will be performing. We'll probably have a little bit of an interview with him because he's got a very fun and interesting story. He's all the way from Canada. And so it's going to be great having him on the show. So last but not least, just living the life of Rumi and singing as the bird does, not worrying about how it sounds or who is listening. We will be finishing on a very last minute prepared song. I hope you enjoy or endure it. Make your mind up. Thank you. And yeah, here we go. Here we go. Of all that. Oh, sorry, apologies. Let's start that again. Apologies for that. You see, it's all live and it's all unscripted, you see. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Yeah.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair. But her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go. But her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through the sunken dreams to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a saddening bore, for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools as she asks us to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating on the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. He's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars? Is there life on Mars? Is there life on Mars? Not yet, but there will be. Thank you and good night. And remember, I'll see you next Wednesday live. End. Boom. End. Boom. Let's end it. Yeah.